Well, folks, another really solid Walmart stop. Spyro Reignited Trilogy for $5. Ugh. Folks, there's some unmarked clearance gold in this case too. I can't wait to show you guys what I come away with. Look at all these clearance games. This is amazing. Oh man, guys, we just scored. What's going on, folks? Today I'm gonna be hitting up as many Walmarts as I possibly can looking for clearance video games to flip online. This is a process called retail arbitrage, and we're gonna find out exactly how profitable it can be today. So come along for the journey. So this marked clearance shelf is normally the first place that I will come to when I'm looking for clearance games. A lot of the clearance games though will actually be unmarked. So you do sometimes have to actually bring up your Walmart app and scan them. And you can actually see in this case a couple of the titles that I am looking for. One of them, NHL 20, actually is marked at $5 a piece, so that will be a good buy for me, as well as FIFA 20. I may end up picking up FIFA 19 as well. We'll have to see. I'm gonna scan that once I can get into the case, but to do that I need to ask an employee to help me. And it looks like these prices over here are actually pretty accurate as well. We do have another $5 on that FIFA 20. Check this out. Lego Ninjago on the PS Vita for $16. It's been forever since I've seen a Vita game at Walmart. That's kind of cool. Not a ton of profit on that, unfortunately. That's another one we'll pick up, the Sims bundle. Over here we've got Spyro Reignited Trilogy for $5, so that's a great deal. And I spotted a couple other ones as well, so we're gonna come out with a decent haul from this stop. Oh yeah, that is what I like to see, folks. Let's get to the car and figure out how much this stuff is worth. All right, folks, this is the stack of games that I ended up being able to come away with. Most of these I paid between $5 and $10 for, and I should be able to profit between, I think, $4 and like $7 or so a piece. So if we assume like $5 a piece, I think Spyro was the best one. I paid $5, and after fees I should get 16, so an $11 profit on 5, which is really nice, and puts me at right around, I think, $60 to $70 profit on 74 spent. This stop was actually really easy because all of the games were accurately marked. In a future stop I'm going to show you guys, oftentimes there actually are hidden clearance items that you can find by scanning them with the Walmart app. I realized that in the last retail arbitrage video I posted, I didn't show that process very well, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to take everything that I find, calculate the value and what I spent, and you guys are going to find out how much profit I actually made in a day of sourcing video games. By the way, my name is Caleb. I realized I rudely did not introduce myself earlier. I am a full-time video game seller online on Amazon and eBay, and going to retail stores and buying clearance games is just one of the methods that I like to use to find my inventory. So if that's something that you are interested in, or if you just pity me for being the sorry fool that I am, definitely hit the subscribe button. Right now, I am going to go to a gas station, fill up the tank, fill up one of my tires. Apparently it's low on air, and then we're going to get to the next Walmart and see how many more games we can find. What awaits us in Walmart number 2? Only one way to find out. All right, so this is something that's really important to note. You see the Sims 4 bundle. You remember how we got that for $10 at the last stop? Well, I've got my Walmart app pulled up here. I go up to this search bar and I use this barcode button up here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that super clearly. And this is how I actually scan these yellow tags through the glass. We got this for $10 at the last store, but here you can see it's $43. So the important thing to note is that discounts in Walmart are different by store, so it helps to recheck prices at every location that you go to if you want to have the best success. Then the rest of the process that I'll do, say this game was $10 and I thought maybe it was a good deal, I'll actually pull up my Amazon seller app and I'll use their scan feature to scan the game. I'll click the right listing that comes up. I'm clicking the PS4 version, and you can see here that in new condition after fees, I can make $16. So if this was 10, it'd be a pretty good deal. Spend 10 to make 6, but at 43, obviously it is not. What about this guy right here? Is that
49?
49 still? Okay. All right, folks, so my new Walmart friend who was just helping me out just gave me a huge hot tip that they have this, what he called a dump bin here with a bunch of clearance titles that I wouldn't have even seen. So I guess that's another tip for you guys. Definitely be nice to the Walmart workers, and sometimes they will help you out. So I'm gonna scan through this whole thing and I may end up coming away with some gems. I'll let you guys know. All right, folks, this right here is a big winner. Madden 20, looked it up on the Walmart app and it's $5. But you can see on Amazon, after fees, it's going for 20. So I'm gonna find all the copies of this that I possibly can, because that's an excellent deal. Well, folks, that was an awesome stop. These games don't look like much, but the margins on them are really good. Wanted to give a couple highlights here. One of them that I wouldn't necessarily recommend all that much, it's a little bit more experimental, is Snow Runner. I did pick these up in my last retail arbitrage trip. There are a few listings for this now, not through FBA, at 58. I paid 35 a piece for these, which is really high, but the lowest FBA listing is 68, which would net me $18 profit a piece on these. So we'll see where that listing goes. I could have bought more, but I chose not to because it is a little bit riskier. This one, folks, is huge. I've got to give a big shout out here to Viva La Boom in the Discord for posting this lead, because if he hadn't, this would not have been on my radar at all, and these were not marked in the case. $10 a piece for Tokyo Mirage Sessions, absolutely crazy. And these will each go for at least $30 net after fees. I say at least because, again, the lowest FBA listing is significantly higher. So it could be up to 44 a piece on these, and I paid $10. And then a few other solid titles that I was able to pick up from the clearance bin that you guys saw. World of Simulators is a good one to look for, as well as these three that you guys did see me pick up. Very conservative net profit on this bag alone is around $180. So I'm really stoked about that. Oh, by the way, I also picked up Puyo Puyo Tetris because in a video recently I heard Chase say that this was a fun game, and I'm basically trying to be him in every way.
Be sure to subscribe right here.
Go ahead and do that.
So I had to pick that up for $14, was a decent deal. But yeah, lots of folks in the Discord have just been crushing retail arbitrage recently. It's been really fun to see. So it's motivating me as we head to this next stop. We'll see what we find. One helpful tip that I did want to say as I'm heading into this third Walmart here is that sometimes when you're scanning games with the Walmart app, it will come up as like currently unavailable and won't give you a price. If that happens, what you can do is either take it to one of those like barcode scanners that's like on a pole, or you can get an employee to come scan it for you. It's a little bit of a pain to figure out the price of an item, but it's a big reason why a lot of these marked down items are actually available for as long as they are. So just keep that in mind. Unfortunately, this is an example of inconsistent pricing again. Tokyo Mirage is the full $50 price at this location. On the other hand, this is an example of some unmarked clearance. So you can see there's a $42, $43 price on that. But when I actually scan it into my Walmart app, boom, 10 bucks. So those will be coming home with us. Well, folks, another really solid Walmart stop there. Really happy with our results. Ended up coming away with 13 games. Nothing really sexy here, nothing super glamorous. A lot of bread and butter stuff. $10 into 17 or $5 into like 11. But at an average profit of like $7 a piece on that, that was still like a $90 profit stop. So, you know, if we can hit that at every single Walmart that we go to today, I'll be more than happy. And best of all, this Walmart location happens to be right next to a Chipotle. So you know that's where I'm gonna be heading next. All right, folks, here's my hot take of the day. If I had to pick any restaurant chain to eat at every single day for the rest of my life, I think it would probably be Chipotle. I love their food so much. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. Just checking out Walmart number 4 here and happen to find some unmarked clearance. We've got Everybody's Golf VR on PlayStation for a whopping $1. Let's go. All right, folks, so this is kind of another instructive moment. This section is another clearance section that I didn't even see because it's actually under movies. Everything else in this row here is actually a DVD, but for some reason they stuck the video games on the end of it, and a lot of these are actually the titles that I'm looking for. So the tip for this would just be, if you're not seeing as many clearance games as you think you normally would, go ahead and ask an employee if there's another section of clearance games, because this is actually the second time today that this has happened. All right, not a bad cart here. Let's go check out. Well, folks, another very successful Walmart stop. You can see we've got a good number of games here. I think maybe 9. Definitely the cheapest, Everybody's Golf VR, $1 into. It sells for around 14 on Amazon, so I'll probably net like 8 or so. But either way, that's a really solid find. Can't complain about $1. Unfortunately, these World of Simulators were 10 here rather than 5 at the last spot, but I'll still make like, you know, 5 or 6 a piece. I picked up 4 of those. And then this Sims bundle is actually not the dog and cat bundle, it's the Island Living bundle. But very similar story, $10 into 17-ish. So we're looking at another solid, probably like 65 bucks in profit from this stop. So I'll definitely take that. This reminds me of a question that I often get on these kinds of videos, whether it's online arbitrage or retail arbitrage like we're doing today, which is, Caleb, if I only sell on eBay, is this something that I can do as well? And the answer is yes, but probably in a more limited sense. So on a game like this where you're paying $1 and can probably sell it for 10 plus on eBay, like that's still worth it for a lot of people. But on a game like Sims where you have to pay 10 and then maybe it'll sell for like 16 on eBay, but you have to pay to ship it individually, that's a big factor that I don't have to do with FBA. I can ship everything all at once, and that all just factors into the fees that I pay. But you'd probably only be left with like a couple bucks profit on something like this, maybe on eBay. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for all of these titles, but you can take a look at the really cheap ones or the really meaty margins that I'm finding and maybe try to apply that to your own business if you're only on eBay or Mercari or whatever, you know, individual selling platform. Number 5. So this really sucks. We've got an empty Spyro section for $5. You can see the Sims 4 was marked all the way down to $5. Those are both sold out. Then even worse, you can see that Xenoblade was marked down to $10 recently. We missed out on that one. Shoot. And look at this. They had a bunch of games marked down to 3 cents and we missed it. That stop kind of sucked, but luckily, still not a strikeout. Let me show you guys what I got. So this is another hidden clearance title. It says 32, but in reality it was 21. It will end up selling for in the like 32 range after fees. Bee Simulator paid 19 and should sell for like 29 after fees. And Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, I actually paid $11 for this game and should end up making like 6 or 7 on it. So altogether I spent like 50 bucks and should make like 25. Definitely not a banner stop, although at times like this I do like to remind myself I used to have to work a lot longer for $25 and doing something that I didn't really like, so I'm grateful for this nonetheless. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more success at our next one. It's just really hard to see those taunting clearance tags and not be able to actually profit on it. Really sucks. Step up your game, Walmart. You got to take those suckers down. All right, folks, we're in Walmart number 6 and check this out. Xenoblade Chronicles marked at $50, unmarked for $10. Let's go, and there's 2 of them. Folks, there is some unmarked clearance gold in this case too. I can't wait to show you guys what I come away with. Look at all these clearance games. This is amazing. Oh man, guys, we just scored. Wow. Folks, I mean, wow.
Wow.
That was a crazy stop. Got 2 full bags of games. I'm going to show some of the highlights with you now. I can't believe how many games we got at that stop. So starting out, we got like 6 copies of Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Those should all probably be more than double up at $5 a piece. A really good find. This one is one that I've never found before. Marvel Superheroes 2 Deluxe Edition. As you can see from the big sticker was $19. Should go for like $37 in new condition after fees on Amazon, which is good. This one, Fallout New Vegas. This is another title that I knew to look for from someone in the Discord. 3 cents I paid for this game. That's absolutely wild for a brand new game. I can't remember, maybe like $5 or something it's worth on Amazon. Not a ton of money, but basically free, so that's always good. Sims 4 is one that, you know, the regular old edition, also 5 a piece on a good number of these, and I should triple my money. Then who could forget the beautiful Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, 2 of these for $10 a piece. Absolutely wild hidden clearance deal. I can't remember if I have one of these in the Switch game collection or not. If I don't, one will definitely be staying with me because that's kind of an iconic Switch game that I would definitely love to have. And I would be remiss if I didn't give a little shout out on this haul, because I actually hit up Cincy Game Hunter before this. I'm in Cincinnati today. I don't know if I actually mentioned that. I was asking him, hey, are there any like good video game stores in the area that I should be aware of and stuff like that? And just today, he actually messaged me and said that this Walmart is one that I should definitely stop at because he recently was here, maybe even today, and saw that those games were there. He doesn't do a lot of reselling himself, so he didn't have much interest in buying multiple copies, but he knew that this place was loaded, and so he definitely hooked me up. So Cincy, thanks a bunch for that, and if you guys have not subscribed to him, definitely do so, because he does some like retail arbitrage kind of game hunting stuff as well. Honestly, I don't know how much we're going to make in total on all this stuff. I don't really want to calculate it, but we will find out again at the end what everything will profit me when it all sells. I'm feeling really good though, guys. If you can't tell, having gone from our worst stop yet to our best stop yet, that's definitely the way that you want to be going. So let's head to the next one. All right, Walmart number 6 or maybe 7. I honestly can't really remember. They're kind of starting to blend together. And also we're starting to lose daylight out here, but I'm still feeling strong. Looks like there's some potential in this one, folks. Whoo-wee! All right, folks, it is officially dark now, but we are coming away with some profit. So I'm excited to show you guys what I got. Every single one of these titles was all unmarked, and each one was $5. So we got a good number of copies of Call of Duty World War II, $5 a piece. I think these still go for in the neighborhood of 30 before fees and stuff on Amazon, so that's a fantastic flip. Got a couple more copies of Spyro. You guys already know about that one. And then also another new one, Overwatch Legendary Edition, $5. Fantastic. So a solid little 9-game haul from that Walmart. Time to keep going.
Also, guys, be sure to check us out on all social media.
The links are below in the description.
More unmarked Spyro clearance. Well, folks, another really good stop in that Walmart. Mostly more of the same with Spyro, World Sim, etc. Did come away with one new bolo though. Professional Farmer Nintendo Switch Edition. This is a little bit of a slower seller. I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying it in this quantity, but at $5 a piece, kind of hard to go wrong. So I'm excited to find that. A good 13 game stop there, and I've only got one more Walmart in me before I call it a day. I think I've been to 8 or so at this point, mostly because there's only one more between where I am and home. So I'm gonna hit that up and we'll see how we end out the night. All right, final Walmart, be good to me. Well, folks, another successful stop to end out the night. Got a few more copies. This was the big winner of the day of Spyro, as well as, what was this? Oh yeah, another The Hunter, and another NHL 20, and then one new one. Get this, Super Mario Bros. 2 for $5. A fantastic deal. The only unfortunate thing was that by the time I realized this was $5, we were already at the counter, and I knew there was another one in the case, but I didn't feel like making him go back to get it and, you know, keeping the people behind me waiting. So, but anyways, 3DS games definitely worth scanning when you are out and about, because a lot of them are getting clearance down. They were supposed to have a couple Super Mario Makers on the 3DS. Couldn't find those, but that one ended up being $5. So overall, definitely happy with the takeaway from that stop, and definitely from today. I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I will figure out what all of this stuff is worth and show you guys tomorrow. Well, folks, here everything is in all of its plastic wrapped glory. I'm happy to say that there will be a couple collection pieces staying with me, and believe it or not, it's actually not Professional Farmer on the Switch. I do not so far have Xenoblade Chronicles or Tokyo Mirage Sessions, so I'm pretty happy to be keeping those in the collection. Actually, I'll have to double check and see if I can pick this up for significantly cheaper. I may just sell this sealed copy because I would just be opening it anyway. So that is something that I will double check on. But yeah, at this point, all there is left to do is get all of this plugged into Accelerlist and let you guys know exactly how much we're gonna make. So I'm a bit more than halfway done right now listing all of these games on Accelerlist, and I wanted to bring you guys attention to one game in particular because I think it is a little bit instructive. It's this one, NHL 20. And I just want to let you guys know that this process is not risk-free. Prices do change, and sometimes it can end up biting you in the butt. And the way that it did for this game for me is the price has just been going down over time, as often happens, especially with older sports titles. This was in like the $16 or so range before fees, and now you can see the lowest FBA listings are at $13.22, and it's even cheaper merchant fulfilled right now. So this game has definitely tanked in price. You can see that if I match the lowest FBA, my FBA profit will only be $1.94 per game here. And that is definitely below the margin that I normally like to get. So the price on this has definitely gone down. I would just highly encourage you guys to do your due diligence when you're analyzing these retail arbitrage deals. Use every tool at your disposal, check comps, check what they're going for. I would say this happens to me once out of maybe every like 30 titles I buy, so it's not super common, but it can happen. All right, folks, the batch is now done and we have the final results. Any guesses as I slowly turn the camera around? We spent $693 and our net profit expected is just over $1,000. And that's actually not even including both copies of Xenoblade Chronicles and one of the copies of the Tokyo game that I am going to be keeping for the collection. This one, I just have a feeling I'm gonna keep it around for a while. I feel like the price is going to go up a little bit once everybody sells out of their $10 copies of this that they are just now listing on Amazon. I'm pretty happy with that rate of return. I think that it was time well spent. If anyone's wondering, this is the software that I use to list all of my stuff on Amazon. It's called AccelerList. I do have a referral link for it in the description if you're interested at all. And Travis, the founder of AccelerList, actually recently hooked me up with a $10 discount for anyone who does want to use that link on their first month of service. And that starts after the 2-week free trial. So anyway, that's there for anyone who wants it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely means a lot to me. I hope you guys enjoy this format of video. Let me know what you guys think about the retail arbitrage stuff in the comments. I'm kind of on the fence a little conflicted about sharing all of my bolos publicly like this, but I hope it's helpful for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip.
And have a great week. Thank you for watching.
We'll see you next time.